We're on our 7th core value of leadership, courage. You might assume that a lot of leaders have a tremendous amount of courage, but what you might not realize is that they have the exact same amount of vulnerability, that feeling of fear, but being open, brave, and taking action anyway without attachment or expectation to the outcome. Now, I want to pause here and clarify that by being vulnerable, I don't mean that they are trusting everyone, being overly emotional, or that they're so vulnerable that they're allowing other people to hurt them. Really, you should only trust people who have earned your trust, who have proven their trustworthiness. As I'm defining vulnerability, it is that state of being internally and energetically, emotionally open without attachment or expectation to the outcome. Another word people sometimes use is humility, acceptance, openness, but it's feeling the fear, staying open instead of closed, and being brave. So the degree to which you can do that is the degree to which you will have courage. Now, I think for women in particular, having courage can be a little bit difficult because what we see for ourselves, what we envision for our future, we don't have a lot of role models of people who look like us, women or perhaps women of color in positions of power. And what happens is when you don't see someone who looks like you in a position of power or in the life that you're imagining for yourself, and maybe that's a balance of being a wife, mother, pregnancy, breastfeeding, all of those aspects, but also having a tremendous amount of authority and being a decision maker with the things you care about globally, which is my dream for you. So what happens is when you don't see that in messages or in the media, in your culture, your families, when no one's expecting that of you, what happens is you subconsciously begin to not expect that for yourself. And if you do long for those things, and I'm sure you do, that results in feelings of a lack of confidence or internalized shame. Without even realizing it, you start to feel bad about yourself. You know you're capable, you know you're able, but for some reason you get this sense that other people don't think you're capable or able. You don't see people who look like you doing exactly what you want to be doing. Or you don't see anyone with the life you want balancing motherhood and positions of authority. And when you're left with that internalized shame, it can leave you paralyzed by that fear. And the only way to overcome that fear is to have great courage, and to have great courage by sitting in that vulnerability or acceptance, openness, humility of saying that these are my desires, this is what I want, but I'm going to be open and not attached to have attachment to the outcome or expectations of the outcome, as a way of allowing life to unfold in a new way through me.